Yes. Fire away.
Just what are you kind of expecting from this weekend going to Las Vegas?
It's going to be a challenge. It's a tough tournament. It really is it's really a national tournament in December. So, it's a tough tournament. The timing is tough as well, but, I think it's going to be a good test for our team.
You don't get a ton of tournament opportunities, especially with the caliber that this one is. Is there anything different going into it, mindset or physicality-wise, that you guys will be doing going into it?
No, I just think you gotta be focused. You gotta be focused, and it's just a good opportunity to see guys that we won't see throughout the season. See some Big Ten competitors, some obviously non-Big 12 competitors, and then obviously there's a lot of Big 12 teams there as well. So we're going to see those guys multiple times this year. So it's just a chance to go out and guys wrestle the way they want to and get the opportunity. If you can separate yourselves, do that. Because these matches are valuable in the long term.
Coach, over the years you've seen events like this, like Southern Scuffle or Cliff King. You've seen younger wrestlers sort of emerge onto the spot. Last year we saw that with Tegan. Is there anything in your mind that when you look at the elements of something like this that presents that opportunity for younger wrestlers to emerge like that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's really for it's just an opportunity to go wrestle really good competitors. In a tournament setting. To go wrestle and weigh in and wrestle one person. I mean, that's not what wins the national tournament. To be able to string 5 matches together and to be able to be resilient, and things aren't going to always go your way. I think that's what this tournament's going to be able to provide, for our team and to each of the individuals.
Who are you going to send outside of your regular starters?
Just our 10.
Just 10.
Just our 10 guys are going to Vegas.
How beneficial can having such daunting early competition in the season for some of your guys be?
Well, it's something we talked a lot about, in the beginning of the year when we were doing our scheduling. A lot of thought goes into this stuff, and we just felt like for this team, this was a good time for the challenge. The way the schedule kind of worked out, and, we had obviously the four dates before Thanksgiving. We have this date, OU, Virginia Tech, then break. We're home all January, so I just think it timing-wise worked out, and just focused our training around getting ready for those early matches and then getting ready for this, and then but obviously working backwards from the end of the season. So it's just part of the process.
Is there one or two guys that you're excited to see how they kind of handle this challenge this weekend?
All 10. I'm excited for everybody to go out and wrestle. I think it's a tournament where there's lots of challenges for everybody. So I'm excited for everybody to go out and wrestle.
Who's going at 33?
Who's going at 133?
I think Whitcraft was on the seats. I think.
Reese is going. Yeah, Reese is going at 133.
Coach, you're 4 duels in now. How are you adjusting to your first year here? I haven't been around, so I'm curious to know.
It's been good. It's been fun. I mean, we had really good environment in our matches here at home, and a lot of things to build on. And I think that's just what competition does. It just gives you things to figure out what we need to continue to work on. So we use this break to have some practices to improve in some areas we needed to, and hopefully we'll put that stuff to a test this weekend.
How was your first Thanksgiving as a retired wrestler?
It was fine. It was kind of normal. We just got a bunch of kids running around and people enjoying family and stuff. So Thanksgiving's always a nice reset.
Where do you see DJ's biggest improvement from the time he got here?
DJ's one of those guys that he just makes wrestling look effortless. Which is it's fun to watch. It's good for him. I think he's improved a lot on top. He was already good on top. I think that's an area he's improved in. He's pretty well rounded, and this weekend will be again just a good test for him to. He's had relatively easy first handful of matches, and this weekend he'll get some good competitors. So I'm sure he's excited to go out and wrestle.
Wyatt hasn't really shied away from the fact that he grew up an OSU fan, wrestling, during high school, he was an OSU fan. Is that something he ever mentioned to you when you were kind of recruiting him or seeing if he would stay committed to OSU? Just the fact that he grew up an OSU fan.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that was a big part of his process in deciding to come here, for sure. And I think every kid grows up, you know, well, I did, you know, growing up an OSU fan. You know, I think it's just when you're in that proximity, when you're in the Midwest or you're in the West, and I think OSU is just it's the school that you look up to, you know. So him being from Kansas makes a lot of sense. That's what he liked, and I know he takes a lot of pride in going out and wrestling.
From your standpoint, seeing kids fulfill that quote-unquote lifelong dream, is that pretty cool to see?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I think that's really cool. And you get to like the signing dates and in the recruiting process. I mean, kids work their whole lives to get recruited and go to a place they want to go. And when you got like a dream to go to a certain school and you get a chance to go there, I just think it's more meaningful. You know, that process, and you can see that when you're engaging with kids. I think it's the process is a little more meaningful as well. And that's kind of what, as coaches, you just want to help kids fulfill their goals. You know, and everyone's got different types of goals, but you know, part of that is just wrestling where you want to wrestle. You know, so I think that's a cool thing.
Is there anything you've learned about recruiting that you didn't when you first took the job?
Learn about it? Yeah, I mean, I think you're just always recruiting pretty much, you know. So, it's fun. It's the fun part of, you know, you got to build your program. You know, you build a program around people you want to build it around, and it's a lot of momentum around Oklahoma State right now.
Different than postseason tournament or duels, what did you always want to get as a competitor out of an in-season tournament like the King?
As a competitor?
Mm-hmm. As an athlete?
Yeah. Well, you get to compete. You know, it's just when you weigh in, you wrestle one match. It's just that's it. You know, in a tournament, you get to wrestle 5 times. You know, so I think there's a lot of, and there's a team component. You know, it's like that team component where everything makes a difference. You know, you get a chance to go get a major, it makes a difference. You know, you get a chance to ride a guy out. You know, you get a chance. It just means more. It's just an element that's more than just yourself in a tournament. You know, and that will play a factor this weekend.
Can it be a little bit like a dress rehearsal for a Big 12 or NCAA?
Certainly, yeah, definitely. I mean, this is a very challenging tournament, so I think it's a good indication to, you know, guys are going to face a lot of adversity this weekend, and you know, we'll get a chance to really kind of see how we can help them afterwards.
Coach Sheet stepped in at 157. Kind of talk about, I guess, what you've seen out of him and doing that.
Yeah, Cutter stepped up, you know, wrestled up a weight class, you know, kind of on short notice, and he did a really good job. I mean, I think the adjustment he made, you know, wrestled Wyoming, he was in the match, and maybe didn't really know how to win the match, you know, but made the adjustment, and then against Arizona State just didn't leave it up to that. He just went after it right off the bat, you know, and I think that's just really cool to see that from him, and he was building and continued trying to score to the very end, you know, so it's just, you know, it's good to see Cutter wrestle that way. It's the way he likes to wrestle, you know, so he was able to open up more second match, so that was good to see.
Anything else, guys?
Your recruiting class, I think, was finalized today. It came out, number 2 recruiting class. Do you have any, you know, thoughts on what you guys have been able to assemble so far and how that could affect you or like help you guys in the future?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, we were able to be pretty productive in a relatively short period of time, and you know, those guys are setting the foundation for the future of Oklahoma State wrestling. You know, it's a fun class, a lot of really exciting guys that want to score and, you know, kind of have that mentality. So, yeah, it's definitely excited about it. You know, a lot of those guys are obviously they are still going to get better this year, and it'll be fun to continue to watch that.
All good?
Lockett's a Stillwater guy and was committed, I guess, before he got here, but you kept him in and everything. Around your size, already a world champ, everything. I guess, could you speak any specifics about him and what your expectations are there?
Yeah, I mean, D's just he's got one of those kind of personalities that people just really gravitate towards. You know, he's just he's just, you know, has that mentality to go out and be the best. So, just excited for him, and you know, he grew up in this town, but I think when you come to school, it's a chance to kind of continue to just build who you are and what you want to do, and he'll have his foundation to go out and you know, fill a stadium full of people, and yeah, I'm excited for D. You know, I know he's excited to be here.
Anything else? All right.